You might have heard of the Book of Revelation and felt a chill down your spine. It's known for its visions of apocalypse, isn't it? This ancient text, shrouded in mystery and often draped in fear, has been a source of dread for many. Why is that? Why does the mere mention of this biblical book stir such potent emotions? It's largely due to the vivid and sometimes terrifying imagery that the Book of Revelation presents. From four horsemen heralding the end times to a beast with 7 heads and 10 horns, it's easy to see why it's often seen as a harbinger of doom. But let's pause for a moment and consider something. Often our fear is rooted in misunderstanding. When we don't fully grasp something, it's natural to fear it. History is littered with instances where fear is stemmed from misunderstanding. Take, for instance, the fear of comets in ancient times. These celestial bodies were seen as omens of disaster, harbingers of doom. Why? Simply because people didn't understand what they were. As our understanding of astronomy grew, the fear diminished. Or consider the fear of electricity when it was first discovered. People were terrified of this new, invisible force that could cause instant death. But as we learned more about it, we found ways to harness its power, and the fear subsided. In the same vein, much of the fear surrounding the Book of Revelation comes from a lack of understanding. It's been passed down through generations, each adding their own layer of fear and misunderstanding. It's been sensationalized in pop culture, with movies and books painting it as a roadmap to the end of the world. But what if we told you that there's more to the Book of Revelation than meets the eye? What if, rather than a prophecy of doom, it's a message of hope, a call to resilience, and a guide to navigating the trials of life? As we peel back the layers of misunderstanding, we might just find that the Book of Revelation is not something to fear, but something to embrace. Let's put aside our fears for a moment and delve into what the Book of Revelation truly represents. Often shrouded in mystery and fear, the Book of Revelation has been a source of intrigue for centuries. But to truly understand it, we need to journey back in time to its historical roots. The Book of Revelation was written during a time of great tribulation for the early Christian community. It was a time of persecution, a time when expressing one's faith could lead to dire consequences. Biblical scholars like Dr. Elaine Pagels suggest that the Book of Revelation was written as a form of coded resistance. It offered a message of hope and resilience to a community living under the shadow of a vast empire. It told them that no matter how powerful the forces against them, their faith would ultimately prevail. Dr. Craig Kester, another renowned scholar, echoes this sentiment. He emphasizes that the Book of Revelation is not about predicting a terrifying future. Instead, it's about providing reassurance during tumultuous times. It's a beacon of hope that shines through the darkness, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, we can overcome. What we often perceive as a prophecy of doom and gloom is, in fact, a call to endure, to remain steadfast in our beliefs, and to hold on to hope. This is the real purpose of the Book of Revelation. It was a message of encouragement to the early Christians, a promise that their suffering was not in vain and that a brighter future awaited them. The Book of Revelation, therefore, is not a harbinger of fear, but a testament to the power of resilience and hope. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, light will eventually break through. It tells us that no matter how formidable the challenges we face, with faith and perseverance, we will overcome. So, let's change the lens through which we view the Book of Revelation. Let's not see it as a prediction of the end times, but as an enduring symbol of hope and resilience. Because, at its very core, the Book of Revelation is not about fear, but about hope and resilience. Now, let's explore the deep symbolism present in the Book of Revelation. The Book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, is a treasure trove of profound symbolism. It's a vivid tapestry woven with allegories, metaphors, and images, each one holding a key to understanding the divine message within its lines. Consider the 7 seals, a recurring symbol throughout the text. These seals aren't just mere barriers holding back divine judgments. They serve as reminders of the cycles of tribulation we face in life. Each seal, when broken, unleashes a challenge, yet also provides a lesson. They're not punishments, but opportunities for growth and transformation. Then there's the intriguing symbol of the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. It's easy to see this figure as a symbol of fear, but it's more than that. The beast represents the collective adversities we face in life. Each head and horn stands for different trials, but they also symbolize the power we have to overcome them. The woman clothed with the sun is another powerful symbol. She isn't merely a woman, she embodies the divine feminine, the nurturing and compassionate force that sustains life. Her struggles against the dragon symbolize the eternal battle between good and evil, light and darkness. Yet, her ultimate victory offers hope and inspires faith. Consider also the lamb that appears in Revelation, a symbol of sacrifice and redemption. The lamb, despite its apparent vulnerability, triumphs over the beast. This symbolizes the power of love and sacrifice to conquer adversity. These symbols and many others are not meant to incite fear. Instead, they're messages of endurance, faith, and hope. They remind us that life's trials are not insurmountable and that with faith, we can overcome them. They inspire us to believe in the power of love, sacrifice, and redemption, even in the face of adversity. These symbols, far from being harbingers of doom, are messages of endurance and faith. You might be wondering, what does this ancient book have to do with my life today? The book of Revelation, though written almost 2,000 years ago, holds a striking relevance in our contemporary world. It may seem like a relic from the past, but its messages transcend time, speaking to us in our present struggles and uncertainties. Let's consider the early Christians. They faced persecution, isolation, and immense challenges to their faith. Yet, the book of Revelation served as a beacon of hope for them, a promise that their suffering was not in vain. Today, we too face our own battles. Whether it's the struggle for justice, the fight against disease, or the personal battles we wage within our hearts, these trials echo the tribulations faced by the early Christians. Renowned philosopher and theologian Soren Kierkegaard once said, "Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards." This is very much the essence of the book of Revelation. It provides a lens through which we can understand our present by looking at the past. It reminds us that no matter the magnitude of our struggles, there is a greater narrative at play, one that promises an ultimate triumph of good over evil. In the words of C.S. Lewis, hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. The book of Revelation, with its vivid imagery and prophetic messages, serves as a reminder that our struggles are not meaningless. They are part of a larger narrative, a grand design that shapes us and prepares us for something greater. Through this ancient book, we are encouraged to persevere, to keep faith, and to remain hopeful. For in the midst of our trials, we are not alone. We are part of a continuous story of resilience and hope that has been written across the ages. So, the next time you find yourself in the midst of a struggle, remember the early Christians and the book of Revelation. Remember that your trials are not without purpose, and that hope can be found even in the darkest of times. Just like the early Christians, we too can find hope and resilience in the book of Revelation. So how can you apply the lessons from the book of Revelation in your life? The book of Revelation is more than a prophecy. It's a guide to living a fulfilling life, a manual for resilience in the face of adversity. It teaches us to maintain hope, no matter how dire the circumstances, and to hold on to our faith, even when the world around us seems to be falling apart. Firstly, hope is a powerful force. In the book of Revelation, it is the persistent light in the darkness, the promise of a new dawn after the longest night. You too can harness this power. When you're faced with trials in your life, remember the lessons of hope in the book of Revelation. Believe in the possibility of a better tomorrow, even when today is filled with challenges. This hope can give you the strength to endure and to press on towards your own personal revelation. Secondly, resilience is key. The book of Revelation teaches us that trials and tribulations are a part of life, but they are not the end. They are the fire that tempers the steel, the pressure that forms the diamond. Cultivate resilience in your life by viewing challenges not as obstacles but as opportunities for growth. With each difficulty you overcome, you become stronger, more capable, and more prepared for whatever lies ahead. Finally, faith is the bedrock upon which hope and resilience are built. It is the belief in something greater than ourselves, the conviction that there is a purpose to our trials, and the assurance that we are not alone in our struggles. Whatever your faith may be, hold on to it. It will guide you through the darkest nights and lead you to your personal revelation. By understanding and applying these lessons, you too can turn your fears into hope. And as we continue our journey through the book of Revelation, remember, if you're finding value in this video, we appreciate your support through subscribing and liking. Now let's continue our journey.